Hey y'all, this is L Pick Madame. So y'all see the title, so let's go ahead and get into it. So, like where we left off, Master P was high stepping fast as I don't know what to the meeting. Like the meeting was all about him. I don't understand. You would have thought that he was the one who called the meeting, but in a way he did. But anyway, but he was high stepping to the meeting, and like he was just there trying to hurry up and get there. Like the meeting was for him. And then he had the nerve to be like, okay, where everybody at? First of all, y'all walked in there 45 minutes late. Second of all, y'all walked in there with an entourage who thought they was just gonna sit on the main couches that the main cast supposed to sit on. And who are y'all? Who y'all supposed to be? But yeah, Master P had the nerve to kind of halfway try to scald Eric because everybody was not in attendance. Only 3 people showed up, and that was Eric himself, Brianna, and Boogie Dash. Brianna didn't say nothing except basically when she greeted the 2 of them when they entered, and when she was talking to Boogie and all that, before they even entered the room. So that was really the most talking that she did. Master P sat right next to her and all of that. Eric didn't really say nothing except when he was addressing Master P, when he was like, you were the one who was supposed to get everybody together. What happened with that? He ended up explaining that the Simmons family will not be in attendance for obvious reasons, because they feel like you need to be calling people. You got everybody's number. People been trying to call you. You act like you don't know how to pick up the phone and call somebody. And when people call you, you act like you don't know how to answer the phone. So don't try to sit up here and try to tell somebody, oh, I'm having a meeting, and guess what? It's going to be tomorrow. I would have been like, yep, I'm not coming either. I would have been like, I'll think about it, and would have politely in my mind have already made up I'm not coming. I would have been made that up in my mind. I ain't coming. And I wouldn't have said nothing to nobody. I would have just said, I'll think about it. And that's the only thing you would have been able to deliver to anybody that was in attendance. I'm sorry. Boogie Dash, for the most part, simply just wanted to know what is really going on, because Master P kept going on and on and on and on. And we just like, what is you talking about? Didn't nobody tell you to come up in here like you was the one who was the subject of this meeting? I don't understand why you here. Like, I was so tired. I was just like, but when is Romeo gonna speak though? Like, I really was sitting there like, so I'm looking at the time, and Romeo has not once spoken. And they keep I'm like, why y'all keep panning over to this boy? He ain't said nothing yet. I was real tired in my spirit. But anyway, Master P was over here just leading the meeting, and I was just like, so your son ain't gonna say nothing, huh? We just here, and your son made it seem like everybody needed to be in attendance, and he just had so much that he needed to discuss. Then Boogie Dash simply asked, were people called? What is going on? Like, he was like, well, what you mean? And it's like, for some reason, Romeo got all hostile with him when Boogie asked one of the simplest questions ever asked on this show. I don't even understand what's so hard. Did you contact the people who you had these issues with? Did you contact Angela? You know what I'm saying? Did you contact Twist, since you say you got this issue with him? Did you contact Angela's brother JoJo, since you said you had an issue with him? The main people who you say you had all these issues with, or that your daddy done told everybody that you have issues with because of the things that you've heard and seen playing back or whatever. These are the people who you haven't contacted. All you had to do was call these people, text them and say, hey, let's meet up, for lunch. I want to talk to you one-on-one about some things. Cool. What do? I'm having a going away party because I'm going to be gone overseas for however long doing a movie. Okay. We ain't heard from you in the longest before that. So, okay. And then when people try to call you, you don't answer. It's like, why are you really trying to make it seem like, hey, y'all, look at my phone records. I really try to call and reach out to these people, but they don't never say nothing back to me. That is not going to fly. It's just not going to fly, y'all. I'm tired. That's something that's just really not gonna fly. I'm sorry. But like I said, Master P was the main one leading the meeting, and he kept on getting loud. And I understand where you from and all, And I was just like, you have to understand that your demeanor still comes off as intimidating, even if you're not meaning for that to be it. But it is. He didn't intimidate me. I'm just saying that I can see why people feel like it's intimidating. Brianna said that, you know, the way that he spoke to her, well, in her direction, because he was speaking so loud and he was next to her. She said even if she wanted to, she wouldn't have gotten up because he was the one who was speaking, because he's that intimidating. So that wouldn't have been me. I guess because I'm from a little bit too close to where he from, so I would get up and leave if that's where I felt like I needed to do. I would have done it, but whatever. But yeah, when Romeo finally did speak, it was mainly in response to Boogie saying simply, have you called people? Like, what's going on? Like, then his daddy gonna interject to my son, what is it your business? What them two got going on? What is it your business? What him and everybody else got going on? See, that's the problem. I was like, did you hear yourself, Master P? Master P, did you hear yourself though? Did you hear yourself though? Didn't you just say, why are you in them folks' business? But what you doing? I could have swore you was in their business. I don't even understand why you here. I don't understand. But anyway, I was just so tired. Like this whole build up was just a bust in the end, because first of all, didn't nobody show up, did nothing get resolved. Only thing that happened was Master P was getting loud and basically almost belligerent and just like in his feelings. It was like, I don't understand why everybody want to say something about ICDC. I don't understand. Eric, can you explain to me what's so bad about somebody having an education? You know where we from. What's so bad about somebody having an education and going to school? What's wrong with ICDC college? This was something great for the community, and they had something to say about it. Then they kept accusing, both of them kept on accusing Boogie of saying stuff he didn't even say. It was so crazy because they would accuse him of something, then they'll play the playback, and he literally didn't do nothing that they was talking about. So I'm like, y'all over here accusing this boy, he didn't do nothing that y'all talking about. And he would be like, what are y'all talking about? When did I say this joke? When did I say this phrase? When did I do this? What are you talking about? I'm trying to understand so that we can get on a common ground. I don't understand the problem. I'm trying to resolve the problem. That's why I'm asking you, did you reach out to people? And where do we need to go from here? I'm trying to resolve the issue. I'm trying to be a friend to you. And then only thing Romeo can say is, we ain't friends. We ain't never been friends. We don't talk outside of the show. Again, you don't answer your phone or your messages or anything else apparently, so I understand why y'all don't have any type of relationship outside of this show. Then he had the audacity to kind of talk down on Boogie, talking about they're not, like, basically tried to say they're not on the same level because he has more to lose than him. And I was just like, look, you're doing a lot in your life. You're doing way too much. That was something you didn't even have to say. You really hitting below the belt all because you the one who want to sit up here and not answer phone calls and don't want to talk to nobody. And then when all these people are picking up on it and they are asking you and Angela and other castmates to come on their show and speak on it, then you want to get in your feelings because now this is the first time in your whole life that you've been caught up in a negative type of situation. Really? Oh, okay. But anyway, y'all, his daddy was basically like, I'm ready to go, and stood up. And his son was in the middle of talking, and I was just like, watch, he finna get up and go. That's exactly what he did. He was like, well, if everybody had been here, then maybe something would have gotten resolved, but nobody showed up, so. And I was just like, really? This don't even make no sense. You just gonna run away from the situation. So he done left out behind his daddy. His cousin, who I think they call him Waka Rome, because I guess because he got locks, like Waka Flocka Flame. And he actually favors like Romeo like a whole lot. I don't know what aunt or uncle or whoever. I don't know if that's one of his sisters or brothers' children, but he looks a whole lot like Romeo. But anyway, I think that's why they call him that, because he looked like him and he got them locks like Waka Flocka, but whatever. Even though his look better than Waka Flocka, I ain't gonna try to knock him for that. But my problem with him is Boogie kind of tried to go after Romeo and, you know, wanted to like really sit down and have a understanding for real of what's going on, and he didn't want to hear that. And oh boy, just came out of nowhere. It was just like, well, where I'm from, we put the gloves on. And I was just like, what? What is you talking? What is you talking about? What is you talking about? But anyway, and Boogie was just like, I don't understand. What are you talking about? I'm not trying to fight anybody. I'm just asking a question. Like, I was just like, thank you. And then like he was like, nah, you was over there making jokes. You was over there making all these jokes. You was talking all that trash. I remember that time. I saw the playback when you was over there playing pool and everybody was joking. You was right along with them laughing and joking too. Again, they did the playback. Boogie didn't do nothing. I was just like, oh my gosh. Y'all, that scene was trash. And tell me why Romeo actually invited Bow Wow to come to the meeting. Bow Wow flew in that day, but because he flew in and then the traffic was bad, by the time he got there, Romeo and them had just pulled off, and it was crazy. They actually are having dealings with one another to make money together, which makes sense because they both rap. And I do that because of Romeo, just because of Romeo's part, because yeah. Wasn't nobody checking for Romeo back in the day. Wasn't nobody. I literally can't tell you not one Romeo song. I can tell you countless Bow Wow songs. I'm just saying, it just is what it is. Even though he do the most, I can actually name Bow Wow songs. And that's no shade. It's just what it is. But yeah, you know, he got an album and all this other stuff. He got music and stuff that he's supposed to be coming out with or done came out with or whatever. The sound is completely different. Of course, he's grown now. He's 30, so I understand that. But Bow Wow has been pretty much consistent, and he's trying to come back in the game. And I'm like, you already got your hand in 5,000 different pots. Why you want to add rap back onto it? You already got clown for that when you was growing up, but okay, whatever. But he was like, yeah, man, I came to the meeting, and I'm sorry I'm late. You know how traffic can be, and I just got in from Atlanta. I flew right in to come to this meeting, and didn't work out because Romeo and them had already left. He was like, well, man, you know, this can be resolved. It's okay. I'm going to just hit him up. And then Boogie was just like, we already discussed all that. Every time I ask him about hitting somebody up, it's a problem. But y'all were communicating. And I just honestly do not believe that Bow Wow was Romeo's idol when he was growing up. I feel like that's just what he said to kind of smooth over the beef that they supposedly have been having since they were kids, and the back and forth hostility and drama that has been boiling over since they both have been on Love and Hip Hop, going back and forth. Both of them have made it very plain that they like Angela. So it's like, stop acting like you don't know what it is. Just stop. Cut that foolishness out. But anyway, he was like, well, I'm just gonna hit him up. And he seemed like he was on a cool type of vibe. And he was like, well, you know, I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna hit him up later on, and you know, I'm gonna let him know what my situation was, and everything should be able to be smoothed over. And I'm like, yeah, y'all making money together, so he gonna do what he gotta do to get that bag. Like that, him and his daddy already said. That just is what it is when it comes to that. So anyway, y'all, Twist ended up saying his piece about how he don't care nothing about him having a problem with the ICDC college comment. And Brianna even said in her confessional, I don't care what you say. That is hilarious. She even said in the meeting, look, I ain't trying to say it's a problem with the ICDC stuff, but you have to understand, Twist's delivery is what really will get you, no matter if you don't want to laugh or not. Like, it is true, though. It is so true. It is true. And then the ICDC, like I said before, like I said in the last video, ICDC paid him. You had a check from that. I don't understand why you took such offense to that. You got paid. You got paid for that. So what are you mad for? I don't understand what you would get mad about that for. So it's just stupid. Nothing was really resolved as far as Tretch and his child, Egypt, because they just don't drag it out. We gonna see next time what happens when they meet up, because her cousin Tahira has contacted him to let him know what has gone on. And so she summoned him while she was in the meeting with her brother and her, while they were talking about how, you know, what's going on and how she's changed. And it's like, girl, everybody except your mama is like, you've changed. You've changed so much since you've been around him. Sam is the common denominator. I don't understand why she don't see that. I don't understand what she sees in him. I don't understand why he's on this show. They literally take care of him. What is so whoop-de-doo about him? I really hope that they're not hyping this season up as far as this next episode is concerned to make it seem like Tretch is going to set it off. But then in actuality, some kind of way, because that's his precious baby girl, something she's going to say is going to make him be like, you know what, it's okay. Because right now he's talking like, well, where was Sam at? If he really was here for her, he would, no man would want his woman to be in a situation like that. And it sounds like he's the one who was instigating it. Yep, he was the one hyping it up. He was very excited when all this stuff was going on. I'm just like, why y'all hyping up to think there's some trapper situation, some kind of trapper mess is real? Like, girl, like I said before, if there was a 1, 2, 3 fight type of a referee situation going on, she might have got molly whopped and dog walked all up and down the street. So let's just be real about it. That girl was taking her stuff off and she got cheap shots in. The end. I just don't understand why Peppa is just so accepting of this stupidity. I don't understand what they see in Sam. Sam brings nothing of value to her life. What is the point of him being around? He's living off of y'all. I don't understand. Your child has done nothing since she's been with him. Nothing productive has she done since she's been with him. So what is the point? Tahira is very pregnant and she's carrying her pregnancy well, in my opinion. Y'all, again, Vanessa ended up having another segment where she was talking about her weight, and I'm just like, girl, you are thick. You look good. Just stop it. I get it, but just stop. Anyway, that was the gist of all of what happened, and I'm still tired in my spirit. Nothing was resolved. I knew it. I kind of thought that at least one other person would show up, but yeah. Everybody was tired in their spirit. I thought at least one person from the Simmons clan would have shown up, but no, everybody tired. Anyway, I'll see y'all later on for something else. Y'all have a good one and be safe.